So I clicked on the start button just to kind of see what software is on here. This is just running Windows. No big deal. I saw Microsoft SQL Server Tools, which was kind of odd. That tells me there's probably a SQL Server running on this. And then I saw SQL Server Management Studio. Now, SQL Server is a database program. It's a database program used all over the world that Microsoft had created. It's a fantastic piece of software. It's a great piece of software, and I use it for a lot of the stuff that I build as well, and I've been using it for decades. SQL Server Management Studio, however, is a separate product that is available for free from Microsoft, and it is used to get into the back end of a SQL server. I had no idea why Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio was installed on a voting system. Why would you need a piece of software that allows you into the back end of the database? I figured there's no way it'll run. I'll click on it, it's got to just be a remnant of an icon. So I clicked on it. Oh, it started up. And then it's got a password prompt here, but it also has an option to use Windows authentication. Now, this is something that any election official sitting in front of this computer could do. So these are at each county. And someone has access to this and can log into it. So they basically click that icon, the software starts up. I don't even have to put a password in, and I watch. I'm just going to hit connect. It lets me right in. This is really dangerous. What if I was an election official that really wanted a certain measure to pass? And I go in at night to do this, or when no one's looking, right? Or school board, right? Or president, right? So I'm already into the database. Here's a list of databases I saw. Grand Junction Municipal, Mason County Coordinated, General Primary, Presidential Primary, another municipal, Upper Grand Valley Pest Control election. And all the database files associated. Now, you see all these tabulation stores and the adjudicable ballot stores? Those are those extra databases I was talking about. And there's a lot of extras of these that were created for a lot of these elections, which is kind of odd that a lot of these seem to have that extra adjudicable ballot store tabulation store. So I figured, let's try to get into the general election, see if I can. It's obviously, there's no way it's going to let me do it, right? But I guess it opened up. Well, it's going to let me see the tables? Well, yeah, it pulled up all the tables. So I wonder if it'll let me actually see one of the tables, what's inside in the database. Yep. Direct access right into the back end of the database. These are choices on the ballot. You can see the presidential candidates in here too, and other people. These are all the choices on the ballot. And if you look here, see that one right there? And then we'll go back up a little bit. We'll see another one that looks familiar. There's that one. And right here, internal machine ID. Just looking at this kind of tells me that each one of these has a unique ID number associated with it. And I thought, well, I wonder what would happen if you just took these ID numbers and swapped them from one candidate to another. So right now, Trump is a 1 and Biden is a 2. Right there. What if I made Trump a 2 and Biden a 1? Would the system interpret it differently? So first I want to actually see what the total is to see what who won the election. So I'm going to pull up one of these little procedures in here. It counts that, and it's contest results here. And this is just in the database that any election official has access to. Full access, it looks like. So I'm going to ask it to show us the presidential election. Okay. Well, actually, it looks like I need to flip it. It's already pre-flipped. Let me, I'm going to flip it back here. Okay. You'll see it shows that Biden had 56, Trump 31. That's actually the opposite. And I had done this demo before and just had to reset it. So I'll show you how easy this is though. You right click, you hit edit. Now I'm not instructing anyone on how to hack an election, okay? Because if I can do this, there's YouTube videos that show you how to edit a database using SQL Server Management Studio. Anyone can look at YouTube videos to know how to do this. This is nothing that's super crazy hacker stuff.
How much does the app cost?
$0. It's free. So I'm just going to watch this here. I'm going to click here. I'm going to put in a 1 and press enter. It lets me change it. I'm going to go up here to this one. I'm going to put a 2 in here. I'm going to go back and I'm going to pull these results again. Look at that. Biden 31, Trump 56. That's how easy it is. Anyone can do this. I go to any measure and change. I change 2 numbers. And the entire, I moved how many thousands of votes? It took a minute to do it when I did it. That's how easy the system is. Now, you say, well, you have to know how to do this. I mean, you have to know what to click on to do it, right? Well, not necessarily. What if someone knew how to do this and just put it on this special little USB device that is, in fact, bigger than it needs to be. It could be about half this size.
You mean a thumb drive?
Just like a thumb drive. And they were to put this somewhere in the network and just plug it into a computer. Let's say it was a janitor. Or any of the people that worked there or volunteered there. And they were able to, while someone was distracted, just kind of pop it right in. Like that.
Or actually even a voter, because you can, a lot of times you can be able to get around to the backside.
Now watch. It actually pretends that it's a keyboard. And it is typing this stuff in. It is already connected to the database. And it is now changing the results of the election.
Jerk.
And it's done. And then, without a trace, it's gone. Unplug it. Project complete.
What was that?
That's how quick that can happen. I didn't type any of that. I was over here.
Yeah, but what did it?
That little device.
You're running like a power
Somebody else.
I just plugged it in. Yeah, have it in your pocket. Plug it in. Done. And here's the other cool thing about that little device. With my cell phone, I can connect to that little device because not only is it a fake keyboard, but it's also a wireless access point. So I'm going to connect to wireless backdoor, which is the network that I called it. It's advertising. I can be in the parking lot and do this.
That's what I was saying. They could do that since 2011.
Yep. And I put in the IP address. There it is. And I'm connected to it now. Change this here. I can pull up. Load. I will choose which program I want to run, which I can pre-populate it with programs and different payloads to do different things. I'll just pull this one up here, hit load. And again, I can be in the parking lot doing this. Press run. There is a little bit of a delay with it. There it goes. It's done. That's it. From my cell phone. By plugging that tiny little thing in.
And nothing you did there, Mark, had malware